Chanel here, your menopause nutritionist. Today I want to fill you in on a little update actually. So for those of you following along, you will know in February this year I undertook a bit of a transformation myself. Now this was on the back of having a very bad injury where I perforated my L4 disc, and so to heal it I was not allowed to do any exercise. So for a period of time that was very challenging, and then when I was allowed to start lifting and exercising again, I had a DEXA scan and put myself in a calorie deficit and pretty much followed exactly what I teach on my programs and to my one-on-one clients, and did a body composition, like a transformation. So I had another DEXA scan in May at the end of the 12-week period after I'd been in a calorie deficit, and I had lost body fat and I had built muscle. So since then I have kind of gone to maintenance calories and I have not been tracking, but I've been lifting very heavy, I've been training very hard, and I just this week, yesterday, had another DEXA scan, and I actually did a new test called an RMR test that I'm going to talk you through. So I did a DEXA scan for two reasons. Two, I just wanted to see what was happening. I knew that my body was changing. I just wanted to see what exactly was going on. And I have a new program that just started. And if you are a listener over here, you would have heard me spruiking to let you all know that you know, because now of course everyone saw the reel I posted yesterday, and they're all messaging me like, oh crap, I should have done your program, when's the next one? It kind of happens every time I run a program. But anyway, you will be able to jump on the wait list for the next program, which unfortunately does not start until February 2026. But being on that wait list is the best place to be. So you then get not only the first intake into the program, because there's limited spots, you get the cheapest price. You get a big discount on the wait list. So I will make sure I link you to that, or you can comment, wait list if you're listening to the video version of this, and I will make sure if you are listening and you want body composition goals, we can get you dialed in. So I wanted to share this because there's a few layers to this. One, I wanted to talk you through the RMR testing. This is where you actually test the carbon dioxide that you're breathing, and it tells you your resting metabolic rate. So when I'm running numbers for people, and at the moment I'm doing it on my program because there's a nutrition upgrade portion to my program where you can have your personal plan done, and I definitely recommend people do that because that is how you know how much you get to eat. It's very important. And what I see helping women change their body compositions, and also my own journey, before I became a nutritionist, I had no idea the actual process of changing your body composition. And it sounds so silly because we have been conditioned to get on the scale and make the number go down. So if we wanted to make that happen, we just ate less and exercised more. That does not happen once you hit 40. It absolutely works against you. So you need to know how many calories you need to eat in a day. And this is very different for everyone. So this is why in the program, it's a group coaching program, which I love, 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 because there's something powerful about being in a group program. Everyone rises, everyone lifts because everyone is kind of bouncing off each other's energy. It's really cool. But I cannot teach that as a blanket because everyone is individual. So there's an option in there to get your own personal program, and that is definitely powerful. Because when you understand how many calories you get to eat, you just actually learn how to balance that. And it's like balancing a budget. Then you never have to diet again. It's incredibly empowering, and it's freeing, because if you're listening to this, it's likely, and you're not happy with your body composition, it's likely that you have bounced around on diets, tried every single one, and you may have had success for maybe 6 weeks, or 8 weeks, and then you just revert because you actually don't understand what you need to do. So my program, or working with me one-on-one, we fix that. And when you know what to do, you have freedom. It is very awesome. So like I just mentioned, I've been eating in maintenance. I haven't been tracking. And then yesterday when I had a DEXA scan, I've still lost body fat. I'm now down to 19% body fat. I have, I think it was 350 grams of fat that I lost. And I built muscle. So 700 grams of muscle I put on. So since February to now, I have put on 2.2 kilos of muscle, and I've lost just about a kilo of body fat. So this is what I want you to know. One, it's not about getting older. I'm doing this as I'm getting older. So even Josh, who did my DEXA scan, he's like, this is so cool. You are still building muscle. I'm like, yeah, let's go, right? It's not about getting older. It's not about menopause. Yes, menopause makes it more challenging because you need to know exactly what to do. You need to know exactly how to do it and apply it. And it's not quick. So I had this conversation with one of my ladies today on the program. So I'm like, it is not a quick process. This is why we lean into building daily protocol and the non-negotiables and all of these things, because you need to dial these in to get the results. And even me sharing this with you right now, hopefully this is a reminder to you. Like, the first starting point for me was February. It is now nearly October. It's October tomorrow. That is not a quick fix. There's nothing quick about it. You have to do the things, you have to lean into the process and know you're here for the long term. And that's why the program, I think, is so powerful, because you get a good chunk of time to, because the program goes for 12 weeks, it's in 2 6-week blocks. You get 12 weeks to dial this in, because you need to dial it in to get success. It is paramount. And that is the difference from the past, where you might have done something, a diet, then you bounce back. And that is not what's happening over here on my watch, because we are reprogramming you. Absolutely. So I want to talk, firstly, I just wanted to reiterate that, because so many people have messaged me since I shared yesterday's reel. And if you don't follow me on social media, go follow me and you'll see it in photos what my progression has been, so you can see for yourself. And also, if you listen to my podcast, I actually documented the whole process when I did it earlier in the year. So you can go listen. I really tried to share as much as I could. But also, I have a strategy for being in maintenance. So what I've just done, like being in maintenance, like, you know, not tracking, there's a process around that as well. And that, I think, is one of the areas where people can fluctuate. So that's why the program is so good. A little bit of like a shameless plug. I am good at this because I have done it myself. I obviously get to help women like get their goals, but I have done it, so I know the challenges that you face, because I've just done it very recently. Now, I want to talk to you about the RMR testing that I did. So when I do your program, because of course you're going to join the waitlist, or maybe you're already doing my program listening to this, when I do your program, one of the first things we do is we determine your basal metabolic rate, or your RMA, your resting metabolic rate. This is how many calories you need just to live. So your body needs a certain baseline calories to be functioning well. So brain, heart, all your muscles, like all your organs, all your systems, everything is good to go. Then, so that is your basal metabolic rate. Now, when we know that number, then of course we add extra things to it, like your activity, the type of job you do, like other factors. That then gives us like the calories you get to eat each day. We might put you in a calorie deficit or a surplus depending on your goals. But that baseline is what we need initially. So yesterday I did a new test that actually measures your RMR, and it gives you the breakdown. So I want to talk you through how the test works, because it actually measures your carbon dioxide. So how it works is, in the test they use indirect calorimetric, I can't pronounce the word, calorimetric maybe, to measure what your RMR is by analyzing how much oxygen you consume at rest. Indirect calorimetry, I'm not pronouncing this correctly. The gold standard for determining resting metabolic rate operates by analyzing gas exchange, specifically the composition of the air you inhale versus the air you exhale. This method capitalizes on the established correlation. Burning 1 calorie necessitates 208 milliliters of oxygen. By directly linking caloric expenditure to oxygen consumption, we leverage our oxygen uptake, VO2 max, to calculate your resting calorie burn over a given period, therefore deriving your daily RMR. So basically, it's very cool. So to do the testing, you have to have you have to breathe through a tube, and then you have a plug on your nose so you can only breathe out of your mouth. And you do this for 10 minutes, and then the machine measures your oxygen and carbon dioxide and then gives you that RMR. So then it measures it against some of the calculators that we use when we are creating a nutrition plan. So for me, mine was actually 8% higher, and that would be to do with my muscle mass. So I have quite a high muscle mass because I am doing my darndest over here to build it. So that has affected my resting metabolic rate, and it's actually 8% higher than the calculations show. So that means I need more calories because I have more muscle on my body. And I'm not gonna lie, that is one of the determining factors that gives me motivation to go to the gym, because I know the more muscle I have, the more I get to eat. And I actually really love eating, so I get to eat more food because I have more muscles. Gonna own that every day of the week. So that is really interesting. But if you do a nutrition upgrade, or you do a one-on-one plan with me, I talk you through this so you understand. But I had that done yesterday, and of course my DEXA scan. So good news and exciting stuff, because it's not about getting older. So I wanted to fill you in on that today. If you are listening in and you are interested about really dialing in your nutrition, like knowing how to manage your calorie budget, then we need to be friends, because that is my zone of genius. And you can see my own transformation by following me on social media or listening to it on my podcast. I did give you as much information as I could over there, but honestly too, it continues on. Like, that's what I do in my program. I teach people how to then eat in maintenance, like I've just done, showing you how to get the goals that you're looking for. So once you know this stuff, honestly, it's freedom. It's freedom. You don't have to do any diets ever again. And if you know, like if you're new over here and this is the first time you are tuning in, hi, I'm so glad you're here. I am passionate about changing the statistics of aging for women. And having muscle in your body and having strong bones is the secret, the gateway to being a badass when you're older. And that's going to be me. I want to be a badass, because aging doesn't have to put you in a nursing home. The things we do now make a difference. We can absolutely change that narrative, and I'm going to do it for myself. But anyone that gets to work with me, get on the bus, because that's where we're going, to be badasses as old women, because it's not about aging. It truly isn't. And if you listen to Dr. Vonda, I'm reading her book at the moment, the studies they have been doing and the research is that we do not slow down until we're 70. I am far from that. So we have got many years to be able to build muscle, to be able to do and enjoy all the things we want to do. They're doing the tests and showing it. So I think we have to just change this narrative that I'll give you the new narrative is that the new version of 50-year-olds have just turned up. We are not settling, and there's no excuses. So anyway, that is what I wanted to impart with you today. If you are listening to this and you have any questions at all, you have anything you want to add, please let me know so we can continue this conversation and I can answer them for you. If you would like to join the waitlist, then just comment waitlist and I will get that information to you. Otherwise, thanks for being here. Have a beautiful day and I will see you next time.